Hey, this is Kent, and I've been working with Monique for a few months now, and it's really been outstanding. We've been able to create some amazing results together. When I first got going with her, I was overwhelmed and I was unfocused, and I wasn't, quite frankly, very productive. I was neither effective nor efficient. So I had goals and I was sort of slowly plodding toward them instead of really going after them. And so these were sort of my biggest pain points. I was distracted. I lacked focus. I felt just overwhelmed. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know kind of the vital activities that would drive me forward. And so this is what this is why I hired her to help me out with this. And the results have been just amazing and really astonishing to me, because I feel like the biggest investment you can make is in yourself. And so consequently, this, taking this dive to go coaching with her, it wasn't cheap, but it was really worth every penny. And I got a significant ROI, and I got it very quickly. And plus I have this mindset and then the skill set, basically the habits and the routines that she's taught me, that will be with me for the rest of my career. So it's an immediate ROI, but it's also like a massive long-term ROI too. So my goals were pretty much threefold for working with Monique. The first thing is I wanted to be laser focused. I wanted to get rid of the overwhelm, get rid of all the distractions, and just be able to really focus on what matters and be super effective. The next thing I wanted to do was I wanted to be much better at planning, like figuring out how to take really good long-term goals and be crystal clear on them, and then turn them into like roadmaps, like blueprints that you can follow and execute on daily to hit the end result. Because too often I had big goals or big plans, but I wasn't always turning them into day-to-day action that would move the needle and eventually result in that end goal. And then third, delegating. So how to delegate more so that I'm not bogged down in different sort of routine work. I sort of think of it as moving from the zone of suckage, where it's doing work that I'm not good at and I don't enjoy and it doesn't make money, to moving more toward what I call the zone of genius, where it's something that I'm good at, something I enjoy, and then something that makes money. So that in order to be able to do that, I need to learn how to delegate really effectively. And Monique's taught me. She's taught me all those three things and more. I know how to be effective, like do the right things, and now I know how to be efficient too. So like do the right, to me, effectiveness is doing the right thing, and then efficiency is doing the thing right. So I know how to, I learned how to do both from Monique. So it's the mindset and the skill set, and those two together have really created, just amazing results. So the major way that Monique and I sort of attacked this problem was she was really good. So she was almost like a doctor, and in a sense that she was kind of like, if I were her patient, she was doing a diagnosis. So she kind of did a good deep dive, an assessment into where I was, into what were my beliefs, what were my values, what were my current habits, how was I using time, what were my businesses like, what were my roles and responsibilities, who was on my team. I mean, she went really deep. So she really got to know me. So it's not a cookie cutter sort of approach. She really got to know who I was, and then once she got that, she was able to kind of create that prescription to sort of rectify all the deficiencies, how to upgrade my mindset, how to upgrade my skill set, how to change my routines, how to be more effective, how to be more efficient. And it was basically like there was no area that was untouched. It was really amazing. We touched on sleep, we touched on nutrition, we touched on time management, we touched on mindset, we touched on corporate strategy. Like basically I was telling her, hey, I'm here, I want to go there. And we created this plan, which was just like crystal clear. We reverse engineered these goals. We created a blueprint. We broke them down. And then it was just a matter of me using the tools and that she gave to me, and then executing on them. And what happened was, we created this plan. She broke it down, so I had the roadmap, and then I had the tools to do it. And then I went and executed because she's really great at holding me accountable. I mean, she would say, hey, how are you doing? And I would say, hey, here's what I'm doing well, here's what I'm not doing well. And she would coach me, help shift things. So it's not just simple time management ideas, but it's also the mindset, meaning if something's stopping me, if something was stopping me, she would kind of help coach my mindset to shift things and go around it. And so we created this roadmap, and we executed on it, and I hit all my goals and surpassed them, and I'm just absolutely thrilled. So I went from being overwhelmed and distracted and really unfocused and really just not enjoying the work because I was just caught up with so much sort of quote unquote grunt work, and I was able to really reformulate things, get rid of a lot of things that weren't moving the needle, a lot of tasks that weren't moving the needle, and focus on really what mattered, and execute it. And it really made a massive impact. So now, I mean, it's just a night and day difference. Like I was telling Monique on one of the calls that we had, I'm really stunned how well this has worked, because I've operated this way for a long time, and to see all these great shifts, it's magnificent. Even though I've lived through it, I almost couldn't hardly believe it myself, like just what a radical change it made. I mean, it was just truly transformational. And so it was hugely impactful. Now I look forward to going to work. I'm clear on what I'm doing. I'm clear on what I'm not doing. I have a team of people that I delegate to, and I know where I'm at, and I know where I want to be, and I'm executing, and I'm making progress every day, every week, and every month, and I can measure that, and I can see it. I mean, it shows up in my quality of life. It shows up in my bank account. I mean, it's one of the greatest investments I've ever made in myself, really, because I have this mindset and these skill sets, these habits and routines now, but I also have them for forever, for the rest of my career, and that's really huge. And so I really can't say enough good things about Monique. I mean, she's really great. She's very personable and warm, and yet she's tough and forceful. She's sort of like a stern yet loving parent. That she wants the best for you, and she's going to hold you accountable, and she's not going to accept any excuses, but she's going to work with you to help you get where you want to go. So the biggest ROI I got from the work were actually twofold. Number one is, of course, financial. So an immediate financial boost, because I'd whittled away the sort of activities that were not necessary, but that I was still getting myself to do, and really evaluated the things that would help and not help, and we got rid of the stuff that wasn't helping. And I was able to focus in on the things that really drove the results, and I concentrated on those, all thanks to Monique's help, and I executed on those. And so I noticed immediate financial return. And so what that did was that sort of created a virtuous, self-reinforcing cycle, in that because I was executing and getting the results and seeing a financial return, it made me feel a lot of great progress, and it made me even more motivated to really get after it. And then because I would get after it more, I would start to see more results, and I would start to see a better financial return. So it was sort of this self-reinforcing loop, sort of a cycle, if you will. And I've been on this ever since. I just go in there, and I know now I'm just clear on what I do. Now I'll walk in, I'm excited to go to work. I know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I go execute on it, and then I can see the results. And so it's magnificent. And then secondly, so it's not just the financial, but it's also just the quality of life sort of a thing. I love it. I mean, now I'm really, really enjoying work. And sometimes I just get lost in work, doing productive work, doing it efficiently, and time just flows by. I mean, I guess they say it's like a flow state when you're in the zone. But she really taught me how to get into the zone and stay in the zone. So I would absolutely recommend Monique if you're an entrepreneur, or if you're a freelancer, if you're your own boss of sorts, because she can help you in so many different ways. She can help you. It's not just a time management thing. It's not just a mindset thing, but it's beyond that. She'll teach you about biohacking to just really optimize your performance in all different ways. She'll teach you about your mindset, how to really optimize your beliefs and your skill set, your habits. She'll teach you how to optimize your routines. She'll tell you how to optimize your sleep, how to optimize your nutrition, how to optimize your work cycle so you're working when you're at the peak level. I mean, so it's just been outstanding. So anyone who's an entrepreneur, or anyone who, even if they're like an employee, but they're on a performance basis, that's the kind of person that should work with Monique. So even if, say, someone's a commission-based salesperson, but they're an employee, they can realize this return because they're going to use their time more effectively and efficiently. She does both. She's going to teach you to be more effective and more efficient. I really can't say enough good things about Monique. She's just been outstanding. So this has been a real game changer for me. I can't recommend her highly enough. So if you have an opportunity to work with her, definitely go for it.